Hi everyone, my name is Jackie and welcome to my channel, Books, Board Games, and Ball Gowns. Today I am doing the Moana character book tag. This tag was originally created by Paradise Lost in Books and I will link to her original video down below, so be sure to check that out. As a warning, this might be kind of spoilery for Moana if you haven't seen it yet. Just a warning in case you want to avoid any spoilers. Number 1 is the ocean. Pick a book set on or by the ocean. For this one, I chose The Au Pairs by Melissa de la Cruz. I have enjoyed everything that I've read by Melissa de la Cruz so far. It's about 3 au pairs, obviously, who take a job in the Hamptons in the summer. So you can obviously tell from the cover that it takes place right by the beach, and so therefore it fulfills my criteria of a book on or by the beach. There you go. Number 2 is Moana, a character chosen for a great destiny. I decided to go with Diana Bishop from the All Souls trilogy by Deborah Harkness. Basically about a woman who is from a long line of witches named Diana Bishop. When the book opens, she wants absolutely nothing to do with magic. However, she discovers an alchemical manuscript and that basically causes her life to be turned upside down, and suddenly her life is full of other witches, demons, vampires. You don't really find out what Diana's destiny per se is until the 3rd book, which is the Book of Life. However, she does go through some incredible journeys throughout the 3 books. I really enjoyed this series and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who is interested in fantasy that takes place in our world, and also anyone who's not afraid of some historical references. And by some, I mean a lot. I definitely recommend this series. Check it out. Number 3 is Maui, a character who is part god or godlike in nature. For this one, I chose Annabeth Chase from the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series by Rick Riordan. I loved Annabeth from the minute she appeared in the book. She's a daughter of Athena, she values wisdom, she wants to be an architect. I thought that was so cool. And she's so tough and doesn't take any of Percy's crap. Yeah, I really liked Annabeth. I thought she was a really cool character and I enjoyed this whole series. Number 4 is Granma Tala, a crazy character who is wiser than others realize. For this one, I chose Mad-Eye Moody from the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I feel like this doesn't need much of an explanation. I mean, his name is Mad-Eye Moody. He obviously seems insane, but he's brilliant. Yeah, I think this one's pretty self-explanatory, so there we go. Number 5 is Pua-A, a really cute animal sidekick. For this one, I went with Mr. the cat from the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. I've actually only read this first book, Stormfront, however I have the rest on audiobook, so I will be listening to all of those very soon. Cody has been bugging me about it forever, because this is one of his favorite series. But I love Mr. If there are cats, I'm happy. And Mr., he's a cat, and I love him. So, of course, he would be my pick. Number 6 is Hei-Hei, a character who's nearly too stupid to function. For this one, I went with Miss Lydia Bennet from Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Let's be real here, Lydia is an idiot. She ran off with someone knowing that it could ruin her sister's prospects. I mean, who does that? Who does that? Especially in this time period, when you constantly hear Mrs. Bennet talking about how worried she is for the day that Mr. Bennet passes away and they will all become destitute. And she's like, oh, well, he is a cute soldier, so I'll just run off with him. And then she shows absolutely no remorse for her actions. I cannot stand Lydia Bennet. So, there you go. However, the rest of this book is amazing, and it's one of my favorite books, so despite the idiocy of Lydia, I highly recommend that everyone read this book, because it is a classic for a reason. Number 7 is Kakamora, a villain that tries to be scary, but is actually adorable. I went with Abraxis from the Throne of Glass series. We first see Abraxis in Heir of Fire. He is a wyvern, which is basically a two-legged dragon. So Abraxis isn't necessarily a villain. He is the mount of Manon. Initially, Manon and the Blackbeak clan and the rest of the witches were viewed as potential villains, so I'm lumping Abraxis in with that. But he's precious. I mean, he rolls around in a bed of flowers at one point. Let's be real here. If you read the book series and you basically don't picture this as Abraxis, you're probably lying to yourself. Because I know this is how I picture Abraxis. It's basically toothless, but with only 2 legs. So there we go. Here's Abraxis. Look at that precious baby. Rolling around in flowers. He's so cute. I love him. He's so precious. Anyway. Number 9 is Hei-Hei A, a villain who is scarier on the outside than on the inside. For this one, I went with The Fetch from The Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. I still haven't read the last 2 books in this series. They are on my TBR. I'll get to them at some point. But basically, when we first meet The Fetch, he's wearing a mask, and it's terrifying. Very, very few people know what he actually looks like. And I think that adds to the scary factor. Number 9 is Fiti A, a motherly character. For this one, I am going with Professor Minerva McGonagall. I love McGonagall. She would do anything to protect her students, and for that, I love her. You can just tell that McGonagall really cares about her students. Even when she's disciplining them, it's for their own good. Because, you know, they're doing something stupid that could get them killed. I'm looking at you, Harry. She will forever be one of my favorite characters from the Harry Potter series. Number 10 is Tamatoa, a character with an unhealthy obsession. I'm going to preface this by saying if you have not read A Court of Mist and Fury, then you will want to not watch the rest of the video, because I will be discussing spoilers from that. For this one, I went with Tamlin. Tam the Tool from A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Feyre leaves Tamlin, sends him a letter saying, "I'm fine, I'm not coming back." What does he do? He makes a deal with the freaking king of Hybern, even though that would mean probably millions of humans dying just because he wanted her back. Tamlin, So I really can't wait for the 3rd book to come out. It's coming out like right after my birthday, and I'm so excited. Anyway, that wraps up the Moana character book tag. I don't really know who out there has seen the movie, but if you found this tag interesting and you loved Moana as much as I did, please go ahead and do this tag. I know Christy from Paradise Lost in Books would greatly appreciate it. This was her first original book tag. I am so proud of her. Please, any of you who are interested, consider yourselves tagged and let me know what any of your answers would be in the comments down below. I've got several more videos that I'm working on that I should have out pretty soon, so keep an eye out for those. In the meantime, I appreciate all of you so much for watching. Thank you all so much. Bye!